Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone at tarothealing.com. I hope you're doing really well. This reading is for Aries and we're going to see what's coming up for you. I'm just shuffling up the deck right now. So let's see what is showing up for Aries from the week of the 22nd through to the 29th. So Aries, let me just shuffle something. I feel like I should continue. Hold on. Aries, you have the Page of Wands. Now this card is so light. It's just, that's the thing. These cards are beautiful, but they never want to really show up on my camera because I know my the camera on my laptop definitely is far from the best, especially because the lighting in here is a little bit darker. But I found even in perfect lighting, it still shows up quite light. But that's just how the artwork is. But it's gorgeous, but it just doesn't show up very well on camera. So, but the Page of Wands is the first one. Such a beautiful card. Page of Wands, and then we have the Four of Coins. Okay, what did you leave behind, Aries? What did you leave behind? What are you holding on to? That could be another thing with that card. And the Seven of Coins. Ooh, you have to be patient with some things. Be patient with some things that you're doing. Underneath you have the World though, and that's a gorgeous interpretation of the World. Lovely card. And then we're gonna shuffle up the butterfly deck and see what comes through. Okay, with the butterflies. And you have volunteer with the butterfly cards. So what I see for you, Aries, the Page of Wands can represent new and exciting ideas and endeavors. It's very much a childlike energy, a childlike curiosity, childlike fun, activities, being quite adventurous. And so all of these things may be showing up for you in the beginning of the week. Like you might be feeling really positive, optimistic, really just wanting to be creative, wanting to be having a sense of new, very new. Like both of these energies, coupling the Page energy with the Wands energy, represents things that are like brand new. And so it's like that's just your attitude. All of those things could be a part of your attitude this coming week. And I think that this is a really great time for you to be inspired by certain things that are going on around you. And the Four of Coins is saying that don't it's almost like they have, this card has a completely different energy to the Page of Wands. Like where the Page of Wands has all of that positiveness, bubbliness, again everything is wondrous, like a child, like that kind of mentality. But then the Four of Coins is almost like when you don't want to let go of something that is old, or something that really doesn't really it's not that it doesn't serve you with this card, but it almost is saying you become blocked. It's almost like if you blocked off your energy, disconnected yourself, and just, in that it doesn't give any avenue for anything new to come in. It's like being, Scrooge when this card shows up. Like remember Scrooge, in the movie, uh A Christmas Carol. He, you looked at his house and how he lived and everything, and everything was kind of old, and it doesn't, he wasn't nice to people, so then people couldn't really communicate with him. Like he really shut himself off. And this card can represent that similar kind of energy, maybe not as extreme as that like that was really extreme, but it can represent the energy of one being stifled, not letting certain things in, and or being a bit stingy with certain things as well, like holding on to things so tight, not wanting to share, and not wanting to allow the newness in. And I think that would be a shame, because it looks like with the Page of Wands, you'll be really missing out on some really great things if you don't allow this new thing to come in, this new wave to show up. Um, because with that card, it's like, yeah, you can have things, but are you happy? You know, the Page of Wands is a happy energy. the Four of Coins may not be so much. So whoever's watching this, is kind of like you have to ask yourself that question. If you're happy with life and everything is going good and you're just excited and all that stuff, you connect with that Page of Wands energy, I feel like that's really good for you. But if you're more on the Four of Coins kind of energy, where things are kind of feeling old, you're not progressing, you're not happy, you're stuck in certain situations, and then it's saying something needs to shift. And with the Six of Coins, it's kind of saying that um if it's a case of you've been really wanting to for things to grow, for things to develop, they have to be nurtured. And so whatever you nurture, it grows. That's how everything is. If you water plants, they grow. If you feed children properly, they grow, they become healthy. So whatever you spend your time doing, whatever you nurture is going to grow at this time. So make sure you're using your time wisely. And also what I would say is, in some ways, these cards could also speak of maybe something new and exciting is coming through for you. But then it could be saying, maybe you're thinking, do I have enough money to do certain things that sound exciting to do? Or maybe you're saying, okay, maybe I'll put away some money and maybe I'll see in time if I can do that thing. So it also could be that as well. Again, that will depend on your circumstances and what is best for you financially. If there's certain things you just can't afford to do right now, then that completely makes sense that you're going to say, okay, let me wait. So it could be showing up like that as well, because I also see in these cards that even though the Four of Coins can represent really hoarding something, maybe to a certain extent you have to do that. Like maybe you do have to consider, okay, how much money you need to put away. So it's not a completely negative card. It can have negative connotations, but so can any of the cards in the tarot deck. And I'm just telling you, the different perspectives that you can look at that card from. So yeah, either way, it's not a bad energy. I would just say just try to not be stuck in certain ways or certain habits. But then also I would say, these cards do speak of also kind of having fun with things, but being mature at the same time and really thinking things through properly, which isn't a bad thing. And then with the world underneath, and the world is making me think that maybe some of you guys do want to travel, and maybe you do think to yourself how exciting that might be. Being in a new place, a new environment, experiencing new kind of people. But I think again, maybe that might have to come in time. Or even if it was a case of you wanting to travel, the Four of Coins could be saying maybe you're going to try to travel on a budget. Like maybe you're going to try to save as much money as you can and maybe go do things in the most um inexpensive way possible. So that could be another way that you're trying to maybe save money and try and make certain things that you want to do work at the same time. The world card can also represent study as well. So if you're studying, I think this is a good energy for you at this time as well. There could be some positive things in terms of that, or in terms of study, or in terms of travel, or in terms of new locations for you as well. And so volunteer is telling me that this card, I don't know why, but it also makes me connect with that message of saving in terms of again, like I said, not trying to spend certain money on doing certain things. Like sometimes you can travel to certain countries on a voluntary basis. Like they could actually be paying for your expenses for you to volunteer in another part of the world. So for some of you guys, it could literally be something like that you might be doing, or it just could be saying about volunteering your time and seeing how you can help other people, what you can do for others. Like I said, the Four of Coins can sometimes be a bit of a selfish card. So it could be saying maybe you have to think about other people other than yourself, and you have to kind of, maybe it's good for you to spend quality time doing meaningful things that can be really helpful to somebody else. So that's just how that reading can play out as well. So yes, peace and many blessings to you. I'll be seeing you. Bye.